channel. Oh my gosh, it has been forever and a day since I've done a keto for show video, and I feel so bad and so guilty, you guys. But I missed out because I have been cutting up. Do you hear me? Cutting up. But I'll explain all of that in another video. As for today's video, I'm going to be doing a meal prep video because that's what you guys have been asking for, and I feel like that is what is needed for me to just help me really get back on track where I need to be. So today's meal prep is going to be super easy and simple. I'm just going to be using 1 pack of chicken to create 2 different recipes for lunch and dinner for about 3, possibly 4 days. Both of these recipes are super delicious because I've tried them before, and that's why I am making them today. So if you want to see more, please stay tuned. This is the first recipe that we're going to make. This is like a Dijon bacon type of recipe, and it is so delicious. The sauce is so delicious. Oh my goodness, it is really good. I tried it on my Snapchat a while back, and I haven't made it since then, so I decided to go ahead and try this out. Next thing is this crispy Parmesan crusted chicken. I already tried this on my own. I just pulled it up on Pinterest because I knew that they probably had a recipe on here. I didn't particularly follow this recipe or anything like that, but it's super simple anyway. So this is like a crispy Parmesan crusted chicken, and I think I'm gonna pair that with some cauliflower mash and the other with some asparagus. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our ingredients. For the first recipe, the first thing you're gonna need is about 2 pounds of chicken breast, boneless chicken breast. This is about 4 pounds because I'm gonna use the rest for the other recipe. For the sake of saving time, I just went ahead and seasoned the chicken already, and then I cut them horizontally in half for both recipes. So this is only 4 chicken breasts, but they were fairly large, so I just cut them in half to make 8 fillets. And I also kind of tenderized them by poking holes in them with a fork, because I bought this brand of chicken before, and for some reason it was kind of tough. So I don't know if it was just that pack of chicken that I got, or you know, I don't know. But poking holes in the chicken also helps the seasonings to seep in, just to make it a little more flavorful. I haven't done that in a really long time, but I did that with these, and then I seasoned them. You can use your seasonings of choice. I ended up using I ended up using just some plain seasoned salt, some black pepper, some onion powder. I think my camera might be a little too light. And then I also used some garlic powder, what I did have left of it, but I ran out. So anyway, then I used some parsley as well. So that's our chicken. Also, you're gonna need some Dijon mustard. I have some Grey Poupon here. You're gonna need an onion as well as some chicken broth. And you're also going to need, of course, your bacon, because this is going to give you a ton of flavor. I'm using the Kroger thick cut bacon. Like I said, I love this bacon, and it's only like, I want to say it's $12 for 3 pounds at Kroger or at Food for Less, and I think it's worth it because of the size of the slices that you get. So this is all the ingredients that you're going to need for our first main dish. So I have gloves on because I'm going to be dealing with raw meat, and I just like to do it better that way. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Grey Poupon, and the instructions on the recipe says to use your seasonings in the Grey Poupon. Kind of just seasoning the Grey Poupon and then putting it on the chicken, but I don't do that. I'm like, I need my chicken seasoned, okay? I ain't gonna be having no bland chicken underneath that mustard. So I just decided to go ahead and season my chicken, and I'm not gonna season the mustard. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on there. The recipe calls for 1/3 cup of Dijon mustard, but I'm not going to use any measuring cup for this part. I'm just gonna basically take some Dijon mustard and I'm just gonna put it on the chicken. Basically, all we're doing is covering the chicken with Dijon mustard. Put a nice layer of it on there. So I'm using paper plates just to make my cleanup easy. So look, this is one of the chicken breasts that was cut in half, okay? So when I tell you it's huge, I wasn't playing. So I'm just gonna take some of the mustard in my hand and I'm just gonna put it all over the chicken and just kind of massage it in there. It's looking like, and then I'm gonna turn it over and do it on the other side. Okay. So this is what it should look like. Okay. I'm gonna grab my next chicken breast and I'm gonna do this for, I believe I have 4 pieces. So once you have all of your chicken covered in your Dijon mustard, it should look something like this. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and set this to the side. And the recipe also calls for, I think, 1 cup chopped onion. And I just wanna get this part over with. This isn't necessarily your next step, but you know, just to prepare yourself, maybe you might want to cut you up some onion and just have it already ready when you're ready to do it, because I do not like cutting onion. I don't think most people do, so I'm just gonna hurry up and try to get that out of the way as fast as possible. Okay, so our onion is all chopped up and set to the side. And the next thing that we need to chop up is 8 slices of the bacon. I'm just gonna cut them up in some little chunky chunks. Okay, so this is what it's looking like, and now we're gonna go ahead and pan fry this. Okay, you guys, so I already had this pan that had some bacon grease in it already, so I'm just gonna keep that in there because we're gonna keep the bacon grease anyway in this recipe, so you know. The more bacon flavor, the better. You know what I'm saying? I love me some bacon, y'all. Okay, so I went ahead and drained the bacon grease, and it is under here, and I'm gonna go ahead and add that back into our frying pan. So just to make it easier, because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna take all these little bacon bits out and save the grease. I just use a strainer to make it easier. Y'all, I swear it's taking everything in me not to eat this bacon. You don't understand how good it smells in here right now. Like, it smells so delicious in here right now. Like, I'm not even playing with you guys. Okay, you guys, so we're gonna go ahead and add the bacon grease back into the frying pan, and then add our onions, and we're gonna just go ahead and brown those until they are softened. Taking my grease. Ooh, I must add some water in there, girl. So y'all think I'm petty because I'm trying to put every drop of bacon grease in there. I'm petty. Okay, so here's my measuring cup. I got 1 cup of the diced onions in there. Ah! Oh shoot! Be careful, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and brown that in the grease. And this recipe calls for a lot of onion. If you don't like onions, then you know this ain't the recipe for you. But I love onion, and I love onion and bacon together. It's just a great combination. So I knew I would love this recipe. So we got that browning over there. Okay, so this is our softened browned onion. I just added it on top of the bacon that I already had. If you have oil that's left over from browning the onions, I just drained it using a lid, and then I just drained the oil in another pan. But I just laid that on top. And now we're gonna go ahead and pan fry our Dijon covered chicken in about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. We're just gonna go ahead and brown it on both sides, maybe like 2 minutes on each side. And then we're gonna allow it to continue to cook later. So let's go ahead and get that chicken in the pan. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and remove your chicken from the pan. So this is what it should look like. It will not be cooked all the way through. We'll continue cooking it, but this is to just basically sear in those juices and kind of brown it just a little bit. So you're gonna keep all of, you know, the little burnt stuff in there, all for your extra flavor and whatnot. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add our chicken broth and bring that to a boil. We're gonna need 1.5 cups of chicken broth. Here's our half. And we're gonna pull up that burnt, that mustard. Pull that up so that you can get all of that flavor. Okay, so our broth is pretty much boiling now. And now we're gonna go ahead and add our bacon and onions back to the broth. Or back to the pan, rather. Goodness. Oh my goodness, it smells so good up in here. Keto Fasho kitchen is popping right now. Do you understand? Smelling bomb. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I mean, this tonight. Do you understand? Tonight. Do you understand? Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add our chicken back to the pan. And I have some pretty big pieces, so I gotta strategically put this in here to make sure everything fits. Act right now, act right. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure this is all incorporated well together. Add some of the bacon on top of the chicken so it's not just at the bottom. We're going to continue to cook this for 20 minutes on medium-low heat and uncovered. It is already looking delish with this bacon Dijon sauce. I'm just bringing some of this Hey you guys, so this is what it is looking like. I'm gonna go ahead and let this simmer for 20 minutes. Y'all, it smells so good up in here. It's about to be so juicy and good. Woo! Yes, keto for sure. Keto for sure. So while our other chicken recipe is finishing up, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on preparing the next chicken recipe. So all you're gonna need for this is some eggs. I just scrambled up 2 eggs in this bowl. And then all you really need is some grated Parmesan cheese, but I wanted to try something different and do it with the shredded Parmesan cheese that's in the refrigerated section as well. So I'm just gonna do a mix between the two, and that's pretty much it. So I have one plate for dipping, and then the other plate to keep my finished chicken. So I'm just gonna wing it here. It's no specific measurements. So here, I'm putting some of the shredded, and then I'm gonna put some grated here. And just go ahead and give it a good mix. And like I said, my chicken is already seasoned, but you know, I like my stuff seasoned for real, you know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and season this lightly as well, just to make sure that it's seasoned all the way through, and it's not just seasoned on the chicken and the coating is not seasoned as well. And so I don't have my garlic powder, so I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of seasoned salt, some onion powder, some black pepper, and a little bit of some parsley flakes. Oops. A lot of it came out right there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and mix that one more again, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you can see, but that's kind of what it is. Ooh, 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 don't do that. Do not do that, okay? You have a problem. Don't try to drop on me. Okay, so like I said, I started off with 4 chicken breasts that I cut horizontally. So I have 4 fillets here. So we're gonna go ahead and dip that in our egg. Make sure it's completely covered. And I'm gonna press that into our coating. Get some big old breastises. Just making sure every part of the chicken is covered. Out of here. I want to try to keep as much of it on as I can. And just lift it out, and whatever falls in the pan falls in the pan. Now that we're done preparing that and getting the Parmesan chicken ready to be fried, this is what our Dijon chicken is looking like. So juicy, so good. Most of the chicken broth mixture has soaked into the chicken. What is still remaining has thickened up, so it's just kind of like a thick Dijon bacon sauce. Oh my gosh, you guys, like I said, this is so delicious. And we're gonna go ahead and get started on the chicken Parmesan and let this cool down so that we can go ahead and get it into our containers. This is it, and oh my goodness, it's so delicious. It is so delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and put my pan on medium-high heat and add a little bit of olive oil, and then basically I'm just gonna go ahead and pan fry this, and that's pretty much it. Very easy, very simple, and that's why I like this one a lot. I just really hope it doesn't stick to the pan, because I ruined my other Tefal pan by using a whole bunch of utensils and stuff on it, and other people were using it and just jacking it all up. So anyway, hopefully it doesn't stick. So I just flipped it over, and it's looking nice and golden brown. And one thing you guys don't want to do is flip it too early before the Parmesan cheese sticks to it, because as soon as you start messing with it, it'll start falling off and stuff like that. So you just want to make sure you give it enough time to adhere, to cook onto the chicken and to adhere. And then I really had to make sure I waited enough time because, you know, my pan isn't non-stick all the way because, like I said, I kind of messed it up. So just make sure, if you can, use a non-stick pan. It'll make it much easier for you to do this. Okay, you guys, so this is our finished Parmesan chicken. I just went ahead and fried the other two breasts off camera. You guys already got the gist of what I did. This is what it is looking like. Crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. Bum, 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 bum. So now we are done with both of our dishes here. Here is our Dijon bacon chicken, and then our Parmesan chicken. And then now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the sides. So here I got some water going. I'm about to put some cauliflower in there, and then I'm gonna prepare my asparagus for baking. Cauliflower going. Y'all, this is burning up in here. This is starting to get super hot. Because I have the oven on now for the asparagus. But I'm just gonna go ahead. I already rinsed these off. Just gonna give them a chop. Here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and first drizzle it with some olive oil. Give it a quick toss. Oh, shucky ducky quack quack. And then I'm going to season it with some sea salt. I'm gonna add some black pepper. And if I had garlic powder, I would use garlic powder, but I don't have onion powder right now, so put some onion powder. Give that a toss. And then I'm gonna put the asparagus in a Ziploc bag. Okay, and I'm going to keep the oil onto this pan so that we can bake it in that. And then I'm going to take some of these barbecue flavored pork rinds. They don't really have a barbecue flavor to me. I like the Max one better, M-A-C-S, Max. I like that one better from the 99-cent store, but I was at Food for Less and this is the one they had, so I'm going to go ahead and use these ones. And then I'm gonna also add some Parmesan cheese. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna smash this up to like a breadcrumb consistency and then add it to our bag. So I'm smashing it by hand first, as you guys can see. If you guys are tired, you can leave it like this because it's pretty flattened to me. Or you can take a can, like if you have a rolling pin. I have a rolling pin here. Go ahead and use a rolling pin to get it an even finer consistency. I just roll the bag. Now, if you guys don't have a rolling pin, you can always use just a can of vegetables. Do the same thing. And this will give you that breadcrumb consistency that you're looking for. And this is what I do, like if there's any recipes that I want to try that might call for breadcrumbs, I just take pork rinds and I do this. Y'all, I'm hot. I'm getting tired, so I'm about to throw this stuff in here, like whatever. I don't even know. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, toss that inside our bag, and now I'm gonna take both our shredded Parmesan cheese as well as our grated Parmesan cheese, and then I'm just add some of that in there. Just a little. And now, hopefully everything will kind of stick because I have the olive oil on the asparagus. Now, mind you, I've never done this before, so we'll see. So inside the bag, this is what it's looking like. I don't know if it'll stick on there like that, but well, we just gonna throw it onto this pan. And then whatever is at the bottom, there's quite a few breadcrumbs at the bottom. I'm gonna try to spread this in a single layer as much as possible. And then put any extras that I see on top. Okay, and this is what it is looking like. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in the oven for about 15 minutes until it's kind of crispy and browned. Okay guys, so here is the cauliflower. I didn't really want like that smooth creamy texture like mashed potatoes. I kind of like it chunky like this, almost like a mix between mashed potatoes and rice. And then I just seasoned it with my seasonings of choice. I think what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of cream cheese to make it like a, you know, creamy type of cauliflower mash. Our asparagus is about to come out. Hold it, let's see what's going on right there. Okay, so yeah, so I'm just gonna add some cream cheese to this. It's already seasoned. And then I like to add crispy onions. I know technically we're not supposed to have that, but it tastes so good. It really tastes really, really good. But for right now, I'm gonna try to be good and not add it. I'm just gonna add the cream cheese and that's it. And here is our finished asparagus straight out of the oven. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add that cream cheese, and then let these cool for a little bit, and we should be able to start getting them in the meal prep containers. Okay, you guys, so here is our completed meals. I just packed up 3 days. I still have like another day's worth of food. I'm gonna pack it up in another container that's not so cute, but I wanted to make it pretty for you guys. So these were the pretty containers that I had that aren't even really that pretty. But yes, so I have 3 days. I have the Parmesan chicken here, and then I have our bacon Dijon chicken here. And yes, I think it all came out so beautifully. I'm so happy how it came out, and I just really feel like keto, preparing beforehand can make or break your diet. So yes, I'm really happy that I got this to get me back on the roll again. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And until my next video, have a blessed day, have a blessed week, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.